Loud. Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Nicholas Coons. I work for New Mexico MESA, and we're happy to have you here at this event. Hopefully you've seen some of the other sessions, but great to have you here. We are recording this session and we'll put it on the website. And so I'm sure there will be other people that will be watching later. Let's see, a couple other things. Got to make sure I take care of everything here. Um, uh, Remind them to change their name. Yes, so I see like Logan there has a perfect name. You put your school in your name. If attendees need to know how to do that, you can put your mouse over your name and right click um, and change your name to put your school or your town or different identifiers to know where you're from. Good to have your name also. Um, Good to keep yourself muted. Great. It's great to have your camera on. Not required. We like to see you though, if you can. Um, we can use chat. If you need to find the chat, it's down in the bottom where it says chat. You can click on that and add questions, and we can communicate that way. And we'll also see if the presenters ask you to unmute and say things as well. And there will be a survey at the end. Very important to stay till the end so you can do the survey and get points in MIMS in our database for that for participation. So thank you all for being here. We have Cody Spitz, the director, the recruitment director, I think, or a person related to recruitment at Eastern New Mexico University. And Cody will get us started. And we have a few other guests as well. Thank you, Cody.
Thank you. I would like to introduce Dr. Craddock, who is our chair of our sciences department, and he is going to start giving you information about ENMU STEM.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the foyer of the science building here at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. I'm chair of the biology department, but we have a range of other STEM opportunities here on campus as well. And I'm going to give you a very brief overview of what the opportunities are here. And that way we can follow up later if you want to know more details about any of the programs. So just to give a sampling of what we offer here, we have a program in aviation science, which is fully online, and that prepares students to go and work in the aviation industry, not so much as a pilot, but say tower control and various operations aspects of air travel. So that may be of interest. In the physical sciences department, they have a couple of different chemistry options. So you can go more the analytical, physical chemistry side of things, or do a biochemistry pathway on that side. They also have a geologically based or earth science based environmental science program. And so those programs are going to set you up for working in the chemistry or biotech areas, and environmental science is a popular degree if you're looking to work maybe in the oil fields or with the gas extraction companies. And there's a variety of other opportunities as well, but that's where a lot of our graduates have gone, is working down with the oil and gas industry, doing their environmental impacts and assessments and things like that. In the biology department, we have a range of different emphases. You can do pre-medicine, which is designed to prepare you to move on to a professional program. So medical school, dental school, optometry, physical therapy, and related fields. We also have our microbiology, molecular biology, and biotech emphasis, and students taking that are interested often in careers in, say, pharmacy, particularly R&D and other biotech related areas. So a lot of opportunity in that area right now. We have our evolution, ecology, and organismal biology program. And that's the historical kind of zoology, botany type of degree, but it's so much more than just zoology and botany. And so that's a more descriptive title. So if you're looking to work in a zoo or an aquarium, perhaps in a conservation related area, that might be of interest to you. We have our wildlife and fishery sciences program, which is designed to prepare students to go and work for non-governmental organizations or government agencies. So we've had students go on to US Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Land Management, New Mexico Game and Fish, Texas Game and Fish, US Forest Service, and other such agencies. And our newest offering in biology is the bioinformatics. And so bioinformatics is looking at big data. It takes biology and biochemistry, statistics, and computer science, and puts them all together so we can process large data sets. So when you hear of programs or research that involves analyzing vast numbers of genomes and looking for information there, which might have medical, for example, medical implications, they're crunching that through using supercomputers, statistics, and then a knowledge of genetics, molecular biology, and biochemistry to do that. It's a relatively new field. It's a growing field. So that, again, may be something of interest to you if you're interested in those types of fields. Psychology is another STEM field. We have a pretty good psych program here, so that would be a consideration. Get to the M side of things, we have a variety of math programs going on, as well as computer science. Again, both areas that are much needed in a range of different contexts, not just in the US, but around the world. And forensic science, of course, is always a popular area. We have three different emphasis areas in forensic science: anthropology, biology, and chemistry. And those are setting you up largely to be a lab tech somewhere in the forensics field. As a general rule, we are very much of the position that science and STEM is about doing. So most of the courses in all of these degree programs will have some kind of lab component associated with them. So you actually get to practice doing science. We help connect students with summer internships, most of which are paid, some of them rather well. So we can help connect you, getting experience and making additional connections with that. And on campus, there's always research going on. So there's plenty of opportunities for students to get involved beyond just the scheduled classes. We also have a range of STEM-related student organizations: Forensic Science Society, the Wildlife Society, Caduceus, Environmental Science, to name a couple of those engagement opportunities there. So I look forward to hearing from you guys down the road with any questions you may have about our offerings.
Thank you, Dr. Craddock. At this time, we're going to switch over and actually show our electronics engineering lab. So that way you can see some of the projects that you would be able to work on if you are looking at our engineering, our electronics engineering department. And then once they're done, we're going to come back to the science side of things and actually view our cadaver lab along with one of our teaching labs. So over to you, Shelby.
Thank you, sir. So here is Dr. Alamazada, and here you go, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm Dr. Alamazada. I'm the director of the AET program at ENMU, and let me just briefly talk about the degree that we offered for this program. And these are the specialty area in the engineering that our students actually get specialized in. And we offer a Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering Technology. This is online and face-to-face degree. All the EET program is offered hybrid, which is face-to-face and online. We offer another emphasis basically on computer engineering technology and emphasis in the renewable energy, which actually I'm going to show you. We have a pretty good lab with a lots of equipment in that lab for the students to do a lot of hands-on and practice in that area. These, as far as the job opportunity is concerned, our graduates usually end up working for a company. One main company that come to campus here actually twice a year is Encore. This is the largest power company in Texas. And they usually hire our graduates, and the range of the salary for them is somewhere between $75,000 to $85,000. We also have a student who had the job with Raytheon, Halliburton, HP, GE, and we had a good number of students who actually worked for the Sandia lab and also for the Los Alamos lab. We offer an Associate of Science in the AET program over here too. That's a 2-year degree. Now, we offer the degree called the BAS degree, Bachelor of Applied Art and Sciences. These are designed for those who already have an AAS degree and they want to transfer here and get a bachelor's degree here. They can get specialized in a specific area of electronics, either analog and digital, analog electronics, digital electronics, and we also offer a BAS in the computer engineering area. And finally, a BAS in the renewable energy. We have a very good program over here, and as far as the job opportunity is concerned, last semester, we had 100% job placement. So everyone who actually graduated from our program, they had a decent job with the engineering, in the engineering area. Some of our students actually, they work for the Cameron Air Force Base Company, which is like a Lockheed Martin or DRG or the other companies that are actually located in the base. So now let me actually go to the lab and show you basically what we do in the lab. Let's go through here.
Okay.
These are some of the projects actually that electronics engineering students worked on. And we try to involve the students in their senior and junior year to get involved in the projects. And most of these projects will actually, again, were paid through the STEM grant. Now we're going to the lab. I'm going to show you basically what kind of equipment we have in the lab. Right, so this is our first lab. This lab actually has 22 stations. Every station here has a computer and also oscilloscope and function generator and also a power supply for the students to work on their circuit, basically build their circuit, and most of them, they will end up the circuit on these, which is called the breadboard. So they can build it here and test it. And as far as the part is concerned, all the electronic parts are over here. The students are allowed to use any parts that basically we have in the lab, or sometimes they bring their own parts from home. Usually charge the students $25 per course per semester for these parts. Okay, so now we go to the second lab. This lab is usually for the upper level EET courses. For example, this one here is a lab for industrial electronics, EET 302. These called the PLC, Programmable Logic Controller, and these are used in automation. Cheese plant has several of these, and all the operation in the cheese plants actually is run automatically. Another thing that we have here is this one. This is called the wind lab. And this one here has basically a wind generator, and this is a wind turbine. And I can basically adjust the speed of the wind through these buttons over here. And if I want to turn it on, it's going to be very loud. So I'm going to first talk about it. Now, when this one starts working, this will show you the three-phase voltage and the current that actually generated by this wind turbine, and you should be able to see everything on the computer there. This computer is basically for recording the data. All right, so I'm going to start it. Adjust the speed of the wind over and higher to here. And I can see how much electricity. The lab actually be used for the renewable energy. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go over there and show you a project that actually these kids are working on now. This project actually started last year. This project is focused on what they call the wireless power transfer. So how do you basically transfer the power from the, in this case, from the outlet, goes through this here, this loop, and this loop will pick it up. These two are not connected. And this is the thing that actually connected to this loop, which you basically get the power. So this one here basically has, this one has basically the a transmitter, which actually transmit the power from here to here. This one has a receiver, which actually receive basically the power. And at the end, we'll come to this light bulb because this wire got cable. And the students who has been working on this, actually, they get a lot of experience because there is a lot of the electronic circuits that is a part of this project. Again, we try to involve our students, the senior and the juniors, in all different kinds of engineering projects, so they get enough experience. When they go out there for a job, this will consider as a part of their experience for applying for different jobs. Okay, these are actually built, all of these are built by the students. These are used for a project, it's called magnetic levitation system, which is this project over here, and it's not connected now. The idea is basically you have a ball, and this ball, if it's at the right distance, usually will be levitated in the air. And this is one of the projects, actually, the person who worked on this project, who worked for Sandia Lab. Oh, okay, yeah. And then let's go in here to our renewable energy lab. This is a new lab, actually, that is, this is a new lab. This one here is the wind turbine, very similar to the wind turbine that is out there. It has all kinds of hydraulics. It has basically the nacelle. And again, this is supposed to be a part of the lab for the AET 402. We offered 3 courses in renewable energy here. One is wind, one is solar, and another one is a combination of the wind and solar. And we have actually a good number of students in the program here now. So this one may use for AET 402, which is all wind. These two here are used for the solar, which is AET 403. And as you see, each one of these is equipped with the solar panel. These are solar panels. We actually turn them on, and the energy basically comes from here, and we should be able to connect it to this here, and the students will be able to get practice actually with this circuits over here, which is mainly powered by the solar energy. In the last course, actually, we're going to introduce them to these 3 equipments over here. These are hybrid. You got wind and you have solar in the back. So the back of it is basically solar. So the students actually get to, again, practice with the wind aspect of it and also with the solar energy aspect of it. And again, these are all brand new. We spent almost like about $250,000 on all these equipments over here, which is, again, the idea is to train the students with these equipment so when they go out there, they will be fully prepared for their career. Okay, and I guess the last part that I can show you here would be this project here. This one here is a solar powered golf cart. again, everything here was built by the students. Those students who actually work on this project, they are working for the Encore, which is the largest power company in Texas. Now, not only this one is powered up by the solar, by the sun, you also have a voice activated box in here. So you can actually talk to the box, for example, turn on the car, and actually the car will come on.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and turn off the car, it will turn off. When they go outside, they have to raise this up. So once you say raise, it will actually raise it up and you can actually drive the car out. So these kids, they used to drive it like maybe every day, like a half an hour, 20 minutes. So this thing can get charged up and then bring it back here and park it. So again, this was one of the projects that actually the kids work on. This is another one. This one is called the solar tracker. Again, on the top is all solar panel. And the idea is this: when you put this outside, actually, this will be able to track the sun from the dawn to the dusk. Okay? And everything is built by the kids over here. See, these are the circuits that actually these kids do. I have one of the students who actually spent the entire summer here to actually put everything together. And the electricity that comes from the solar panel actually is DC. You have the inverter over here, so you can actually connect it to AC, and these batteries will be able to store the energy there. Okay? And again, those who worked on this project, most of them got paid by the STEM grant. And some of them that actually again work on this one here, they are working for either a company in the Canada Air Force Base or the Encore company in Texas. Okay, so we have a very good program over here, and our focus is this. We are going to give you a piece of paper that when you graduate from this program, you should be able to go out there and find a decent job. Again, the salary range for our graduates has been somewhere between 75 to 85K without any experience. Well, experience we usually provide over here through these labs. Okay, so if you get a chance, go to www.dnmu.edu and look up the electronics program. And if you have any questions, you could always send me an email and I'll be able hopefully to respond to that soon. And if you, I guess, needs to come here and visit the campus, they can actually arrange the tour for you to come and see, again, our labs and our facility in here. And thank you for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Now I believe we're going to go back to Dr. Craddock over at the labs.
Thank you, Shelby. We are actually in one of our general teaching labs. And so Dr. Craddock is going to walk us around and just point some things out. And if you have any questions, we have someone there that's ready to ask us. So let us know.
Okay, great. Welcome back into the science building. This lab is typically our freshman biology, one of our freshman biology labs. And so as you can see in the cabinets here, we've got demonstration materials and this kind of typical stuff you would expect to see in a lab. And then if you can ask Mr. Spitz to kind of pan around the classroom, you can see we've got a whiteboard and desks. We encourage a lot of group work. So you can see the tables are grouped as groups of 4. So that allows collaborative work amongst the students. Some of what we teach in here is wildlife and fisheries material. So you can see some of our demonstration material. As I mentioned earlier, we like getting students hands-on with stuff. We get you out in the fields doing bird ID and bird identification and that type of thing. So that's another turtle shell. So we're very much about handling actual materials, teaching you techniques from the get-go. And this is a biology lab, but you're going to see similar things in all the teaching labs that we have around, because we firmly believe science is about doing. The lecture is absolutely important, but we need to get your hands metaphorically dirty, sometimes literally dirty, in actually learning the skills and techniques that make science work. And we're going to take a short trip down the corridor to a facility which we're really proud of. That's our cadaver lab, which of course is mostly towards the pre-med students. We've had this for a number of years now. There are a couple of other undergraduate institutions that have this facility now, but we are still one of the very few that has them, and we're one of the first. And so our students who do go on to professional school are really appreciative of this opportunity to work with a cadaver at the undergraduate level, so that when they move on to their professional program, they're already experienced with this type of work and how to be respectful and also take maximum benefit from the experience. So we're very happy to have this facility. So you'll be learning, if you take human anatomy and physiology, you will be in this room learning from a cadaver, which are in the storage facilities over there right now. So that's kind of a quick overview of some of our teaching facilities. We also have a live exhibit over in another building where students who are interested in perhaps working in a zoo or aquarium get experience with maintaining the live exhibits and cleaning the aquariums, feeding the animals and things like that, interacting with the public who visit, which is a really excellent opportunity that not many other places can offer. And we're really excited about a renovation. Our other science building on campus is going to be renovated. They're going to start construction next year. And that should really update a lot of our facilities. So we're really excited about that. And that kind of is an overview. If something you've heard about today interests you, please give us a shout and we'll be happy to answer questions, give you additional details about what we can offer you in the STEM fields here at ENMU.
All right, we turn this around. Thank you, Dr. Craddock. Nick, did we have any questions or anything?
We don't have any questions yet. Students attendees, are there any questions? You can either unmute yourself or put them in the chat. Or if not, we can pass it back to you, Cody.
This is actually everything that we have to cover today. I know we're cutting it a little bit early, but we covered everything we wanted to, so.
Yes, okay, and I see a question. Let's see, how long did it take to make that solar panel that was shown earlier? Was that, Layla, was that the one on the golf cart?
So Shelby,
Yes, she says.
So we have a question over here. Let me switch my camera over. How long did it take for you to make that solar panel that was seen earlier in that project? Was it the one, the golf cart one or another one?
is everything locked?
Yes, the one on the golf cart.
The one on the
And,
golf cart.
She said, how long did it take to make the solar
Actually, that
panel?
was about a year to actually put everything together.
About a year for it to be
For
put
the
together.
entire project, yes.
For the entire
For the
project.
entire project, actually, but the solar panels, there's actually, they were put on by a couple of students, and that had a shop, so they go there and basically put it there in their shop.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, sure, thank you.
Yes, and another question, how long did it take to make the projects with the light?
He's with the students, so let me ask him again. Repeat your question.
The question is, how long did it take to make the projects with the light?
How long did it make?
Oh, with the light, actually, this project has been going on also for a year. We had 2 students who work on that last semester, and 2 students are working on that this semester. And it is almost done. The only thing is that we're trying to change the size of these antennas to increase the distance that the power actually travel from the transmitter to the receiver. Did I answer your question?
Great. Well, that you were talking about the solar panel project. It relates to a question I have. Well, just I'm assuming, you can a person can buy a kit with the solar panel and the batteries and all of that. But I'm guessing you all just assembled it yourself. Maybe you bought the solar panel and then you just did it from there because you know what you're doing. You didn't need a pre-made kit.
Hold on. I think it should work now.
Okay.
Looks like they're freezing on Shelby's end. Can you hear me now, Shelby?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Well, I guess the student had asked how long did it take to make the solar panel, and I started thinking, well, I don't know. Did you make the solar panel, or did you buy that and then assemble everything else from different pieces?
Yes, we actually bought the solar panel, but we assembled the whole project here in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, so the solar panel, we bought it, but actually the putting it together and everything else was done by.
Yeah. Seems like a great way to learn all the components and understand how that all works.
Yes, yes.
Okay, another question. What other projects besides the ones you showed us are there?
Okay, so we have another project here. Again, I mentioned that one here. It's called the magnetic levitation system. This was actually a part of a control course. So the students, as their final exam, either they had a choice to actually design a controller on the paper and put it into the computer and simulate it, make sure it works. And at the end, actually build it here and apply it to that coil, that magnetic levitation system over there. And we actually had few students who actually did that. The one who actually worked on that project over there, he again now works for Sandia Lab. And as far as I know, he's making over 6 figures.
Wonderful. And another question, have you guys ever tried making a solar panel by yourself?
No, we haven't. No, I'm sorry. No, we haven't. We haven't started that. I guess we have a renewable energy program now. Maybe in the future, actually, we'll work on that.
Yeah, he said, how long would it take to make one if you did, or if he said, how long would it take to make ourselves? Maybe if someone did it at home, or if you all did it, how long would it take to make a solar panel?
Well, I guess probably since we haven't built it over here, I think probably with it, if we have the right tools and everything else, it shouldn't take that long. Probably it can be actually as like a semester project for the students. So probably one semester to put everything together and build it and test it, make sure it works.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Students, any other questions? They said, thank you, that was interesting.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. Yeah, hopefully we'll see some of the students over here.
Yes,
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
thank you. And Cody and Kyle, did I see something in the description? I was trying to find that, something about a raffling off a scholarship?
That is correct. So for today's participants, if we can get a list of their names, we will be putting their names in a hat for a $500 scholarship that they can redeem when they come to Easter in their first semester.
Okay, great. So let's see, I'm trying to think about how to do this. I have a list here. And then how would we, I guess you will do that and get back to us and we just inform the student, right? That would be sometime
Yes,
in
sir.
the next few days or something?
We work with Anita on that. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, Anita. So maybe students, if you could put your name, let's see.
Put their name in the chat.
Yeah, I have kind of a list, but if you could put your name anyway, and I was gonna say your email, but I think maybe I don't remember whether or not you put email in your registration. If you don't mind, you can put your email as well, so I can keep track of all of it. You can send the message directly to me if you know how to do that, if you didn't want to share your email with everyone. And also, don't forget to stay on for a few more minutes. Okay, so yeah, that'll work, Cody. We'll get you the names. Could you put your email, Cody, in the chat, and I could just send those names directly to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And also, if you or Kyle could put the names of those two professors that talked to us, we wanted to keep track of that. Name in the chat so we can enter you into a drawing. Oh. Maybe I cut out, my internet cut out there for a minute. Asking students to put your name and email in the chat so that we can enter you in a drawing for a scholarship to Eastern New Mexico University. And here is in the chat the link for the survey. It's very helpful if you can complete the survey. And let me do it once more, make sure it gets to you all.
We do appreciate the opportunity for presenting today about Eastern New Mexico University. And so if there's no more questions, we're going to let our busy professors back to their lives and teaching.
Yes, sounds good. We have a lot of thank yous here. And thank you, Cody, and everyone from Eastern. Students, you can stay on if you need a few more minutes or if you need to ask me any questions, but please make sure to take care of that survey.
All right. Thank you all.
Thanks, Cody. And so as you probably heard from Cody, if you are the winner of the raffle for the scholarship, you'll hear from either them or from Anita, who is our MESA person that's keeping track of all that. Okay, so if there are no final questions, I think I'll stop the recording and end the meeting. Hopefully everyone got that link for the survey.